Show, as a matter of fact, her show is called This Is It.
You know what? I
Okay.
did hear about that show.
Yes. And
Yes,
she airs,
yes.
she streams that every single Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
y'all make sure y'all tap in with her too, because she's a dope
Yeah.
content creator as
I
well.
watched I watched the episode with her too because I watched all these episodes, y'all.
Right.
So I watched the episode with her and she talked about how her team helped her with her background, for it's like the content creation, the importance of your background, the lighting, all of that. I think the J show was her inspiration. One of her friends is that has a show
Was it
called the
Beautiful Jay?
I'm not sure. It's the J
I can't remember
show.
who it
I know
was.
she talked about it, and that's where she learned, and she and by her doing what she do, helping her inspire others. It took her years, she said, to even get a top badge, but she prevailed through it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But it definitely took her some time. So if y'all trying to get y'all top badge and it seemed like it's not going nowhere, it took Queen K a few years, she said,
Yep.
to even for them to even recognize it, but she kept pushing through and she prevailed through. So that was a beautiful episode. Y'all can check that out on YouTube.
And then she's also always involved in other featured shows around the app.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like we do. We like to participate when the time actually makes sense. We definitely participate in different shows around the app, and
Okay. First lady said yes, it is beautiful J.
it is beautiful Jay.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, the J show. Yeah, okay,
okay,
okay. Thank you,
okay,
First Lady. Look, she
okay.
gonna get us right.
Yeah, and so and then right, you
Yes,
got to be active. You do.
yes,
And another
Sharon.
thing that someone touched later on in the in the episode is that featured shows. It's a top badge.
Oh
So
yeah, Nikki. That was on episode
oh, that was
one.
on episode
Yeah,
one.
that was
Yeah,
Nikki.
yeah.
She was
You
like,
cannot.
you
Yeah,
is a top badge because you got a feature
we not gonna
show.
downplay that. You feel me? We're not gonna
No,
downplay that.
seriously, because it takes work to put in the same work that you take to become a top badge. Like you have to be consistent. You have to have your team together. Like
Uh,
that stuff takes a
and
lot,
man, we gotta be. We
Yeah, it
gotta
takes a
be.
lot.
We gotta be transparent because there are top
Yeah.
badges that just got them because they got them. Cause they ain't got no content. You know what I'm saying? and I ain't
Ooh.
throwing no shade. I'm just saying we know. We know they out there. We know they out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
but
it's important, in this streaming world with these shows and these things that we got cracking, is that we actually provide something that people can take home with them. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
It's not about diamonds, none of that. It's about
yeah.
what we do for the people. You know what I mean?
Right. And if you see a streamer and they into content creation and you want to learn about streaming, them is the people that you click up with. You know what I'm saying? The people
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna show you stuff that. So let's move on to episode 2. All right.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of episodes. So we trying to squeeze them
Okay.
all in. All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
All right. So episode 2 is about music and performing arts. And as you know, I grew up in performing arts, and that's what I do, how I do when I do is my
Mm-hmm.
music. And on that episode, we had Lord Just Me, Top Badge Lord Just Me, and Top
Mm-hmm.
Badge Rainmaker. Okay.
Yep.
And they both Rainmaker went up and he's more into the performing arts. Hey, Rican, Saucy, appreciate the fave. So, Rainmaker is more into the performing arts, and he grew up with a stuttering problem when he was saying. So, we just giving y'all like a short recap of these episodes.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go watch them.
What was the name of that episode?
This was the music and performing arts.
Music and performing
Yeah.
arts.
Yes, yes, yes. And so we had Rainmaker go up first, and he talked about him overcoming his stuttering problem, and you know what I'm saying, it was triggered by anger, but his aunt had told him, you know what I'm saying, push through with the writing, and then he fell in love with
Yeah,
writing.
she told him to put his
Yeah.
anger and stuff on paper
Yes, he
to write
did.
it out.
Yep, yep. And so he started doing the poems and things of that nature. And then, you know, his stream is all about positive vibes. If y'all know who
Yeah,
Rainmaker is, y'all definitely,
yep.
if y'all don't know, click type in Rainmaker, he'll top badge, go and favor him because that
Matter of
dude
fact,
is,
matter of fact,
yeah,
he's a top badge because of a featured show, is it?
I think so.
I
I'm not
believe
sure.
so.
Don't quote me on that. Yes, I remember
Because
it.
of a
Yeah, you
featured
remember that
show.
episode, Nita.
Matter of fact, Rainmaker,
Yes.
he has a show that comes on every Sunday. It is coming on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's a
Ah.
featured show
So,
called Pen Flow.
and it's right after this one.
Yep, it's
That makes
definitely
sense. Pen
it's
flow.
it's spoken word. You know,
Ah,
he's got a lot
yeah.
of he talked about all the business
Yep, he talked.
venues he has
Yeah,
going on,
he talked about how it started from the bottom. Now he was
mm,
that baby.
traveling with his kids to
Yes.
do shows,
Yep.
you know, making money. Like he was getting
Yeah.
paid.
And these are people that you want to kind of learn from, especially if you're trying to do something in this type of zone, in that type of area. You definitely want to go check them people out. And that was Rainmaker. The
Yes,
next one that we
yes.
had was Lord Just Me. Now that dude is naturally funny.
Hey, Lord
He had
Just
me
Me. Shout
rolling.
out to
I
Lord Just Me
said,
and all the stars.
yes,
I
they roll
respect his
deep.
movement. I
Yeah,
respect his movement.
they roll deep.
And the stars is all in this lineup.
Man, don't you play with no star. The star is
You
like messing
know,
with the beehive.
yeah, and it's just like, you know, he has a featured show. He has a featured show. He's
Yeah.
a top badge, but he
Mm-hmm.
has a featured show as well that
Yeah.
airs every Tuesday
Yeah.
at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah.
called Hypothetically of Course. Now,
Funny.
let me tell you about Hypothetically of
He
Course.
was on there a few times, y'all.
You I've been on Hypothetically of Course probably 5 times altogether.
Oh my god. And then my hand was on there as a prop.
Oh yeah, yeah, you was in there too. Her hand was in there
It
like
was
this.
as a
You
prop.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, and
Oh my goodness.
so so his show,
Thank you, Angel. This is the merch that we have,
his
y'all.
show
Check it out.
comes up, you know what I'm saying, with different scenarios. Okay.
Yeah.
And every scenario is acted out by two guests.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? One of my scenarios, just to touch real quick,
Oh my
one of my
goodness.
scenarios was dude took some time, you know, for his girl because she had a gun in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, why
And
he
it wasn't
dress up
even his.
like Suge Knight? Girl, he had his
Hey,
beard
I
braided with
dressed
rubber
up.
bands on it. You remember that, Nita?
I dressed up like an
Girl.
inmate, you know, and it was funny. It was funny and it
Man,
was fun. You
it
know,
was funny.
it's an epic featured show, y'all. So y'all should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
else,
So
Lord?
he
Just
and yeah, that was Lord Just Me. So he talked about his because we didn't even know that he rapped. Okay, we didn't know that he rapped until he came on. That's another thing that we love about this show is people come on here that we usually see streaming, you know what I'm saying, making jokes, doing their little thing. But then when they get to talking about something, you're like, hold up, I didn't ever know that they did that. I didn't even know. Like, so you get to a more in depth on
yes,
learning different
you get
people.
to know the streamer.
Yes, and he talked about how he started loving music from drumming in the church, and he just became like drum man. And then
Mhm.
he also, you know, he played in the choir. He went to rehearsals, and he told us how he really got started into that passion. I guess one day the drummer didn't show up to church, and he wind up showing, you know what I'm saying? They wind up putting him on the spotlight, and it was up and stuff from there. He took the drumming
He
to the
was
music.
drumming since like what, 3 years old or something it was?
That was in the church when he was smaller.
Yeah, when
Right.
he started drumming,
Mm-hmm.
I know his father took him to classes too,
Yeah,
made him
he
a drummer.
it started in the church.
Yeah.
I do know that. He said it was the dad sat him on his lap and
Yep,
then
sat
started
him on his lap.
jumping.
Yeah.
And he just became real cold with it, natural with it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I play the keyboard and I don't play by I can't read music. I just play by sound.
By the
So I think
ear,
he was
yeah.
kind of the same way on the same type of tip. So, you know, and so he took the music and he took it from the church, you know what I'm saying, to the streets, to helping his niece. He did a song for his niece,
Yeah.
produced it. Like he got a little bit more than just his streaming going on. So if y'all want to check him out, then he is definitely on here. His name is
Please do.
Lord Just Me. He got a feature show. We talked about that. and we're gonna dip into episode 3.
Episode three.
Yeah, episode
Episode
3. The
three.
title is "This Is Not a Game."
Hey, this is not a game.
Yes, and now it's talking about gaming. Okay. So y'all see where we're going with the passions and stuff. He said he don't care if you
You see the
crochet, you like
difference?
shoes, whatever, baby. Pull up and talk about it.
Ooh,
Because you could be helping somebody start their new little venture, or their new big venture.
that
So
part.
this is not a game, it was about gaming, and it was Nikki Knights and OVO Jordy was on
OVO
that
Jordy.
show.
Yup.
Yes,
Facts.
yes. And that one, and then they talked about the in-depth on gaming. And that was an interesting episode too, because y'all definitely got to go check that out. Because if y'all are gamers, then you could really make a career out of this gaming stuff,
Mhm.
especially if you're good at it. Okay, because OVO, she went from sneaking and playing on her mama's PlayStation at a younger age to finding a passion for gaming. Okay, she talked about her favorite game. One of her favorite games was Sims. Now, I didn't really play Sims, but I knew about it.
I knew about it too.
Yeah,
I
but
never
yeah.
seen it personally,
Yes.
but I know that that game is still going on and it's still big
Uh-huh.
right now.
Yes, 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 yes. And so she talked about that, and then she loves that type of gaming because it's like you can create a whole different world, but in like a virtual level type of thing. So it became like her safe space, you know what I mean? She actually got sponsorships from Xbox as well. She talked about that as well. And she just turned her passion into a career. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to OVO Jordan. I don't
Yo,
know if she streams. I see
she
her every
does
now
every
and
once in a
again.
while.
Yeah.
I do for a quick second because I met Jordy on Ghost Pressure. May his soul rest in peace. That was a wonderful man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? I know where he went. We ain't
Yeah.
got to question that because I know how he was. Very
Mm.
very good person. Very passionate. So shout out to him. I met
Yeah.
her on his stream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just a moment of silence for him. Nice. Okay. Now, um, gaming was definitely it was hype because you could
Yeah.
see it in them. And
Yeah.
that episode meant something to me because in actuality,
Mhm.
they had never had a platform to be able to talk about it.
Jordy did say that. She did say that because they take her for like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't take her serious, you know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
this is something that she actually turned into a passion and her passion turned into a career. You know what they say when you start working as when you work doing your passion, you really ain't
You
working.
won't work a day in your life. When
you
you do
know,
something you
so
love, you don't work a
yeah,
day in your
so
life.
and she is the definition of if you no matter how crazy or what other people might think it is, like, nah, you ain't gonna never make it doing that. Baby, if you love doing it and it's a passion in you, God has put that inside of you, baby, do it
And she
and
was
go for
actually
it.
sponsored by somebody,
She
right?
was sponsored by with Xbox.
Oh, Xbox. That's
Yes,
right. She
yes.
was
She
sponsored
turned her
by
passion
Xbox.
to she started with that she yeah, she did her
And she
thing.
owns every game console, she said. Every
Yes.
game console.
Yes.
She said that way she wouldn't miss if
Yeah.
somebody wanted to
Yeah.
play. She had that console. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
from streaming
So
online, like,
yeah,
oh, I ain't got that one. It's okay, I got this. So she was definitely dope. Shout out to Jordy for that. Nikki Knights was on the show with her as well, talking
yeah.
about gaming. And she fell in love with gaming. I remember it stood out. Her grandfather introduced her to gaming. And every time they would come home, he introduced her to gaming
Oh,
and coming home from school and hitting on the Xbox and the Nintendo 64, that was like a ritual in her household. So she kind of like just picked up on it, you know what I mean? And then one day, one of her friends introduced her to the fantasy gaming, which is the Skyrim, and it opened her eyes to these fantasy games like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, all of that. Now she was a different type of gamer. She was
yeah,
more to the fantasy one. So there was just different levels of
yeah.
like the gamings, you know what I'm saying? Hey, good
And
vibes.
she also
Yeah.
talked about Call of Duty as well.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said she liked Call of Duty. But she said that her favorites was more of the futuristic
yeah. The
creatures type
sci-fi
of
type
game.
of games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know it's a lot of people that's into that stuff. So she fell in love from there. And then she's also said that it was a way for her to communicate because she found her
Mhm.
people. she
Yep.
found her type of people because
Yep.
everybody is not into the fantasy Lord of
And
Rings
they
and
had a girl circle. They had a
yeah,
girl circle of gamers that came together. And she said it
yeah.
used to be peaceful, and I just couldn't
She said
imagine
she
that.
shared a lot of magical moments that way.
Yo,
So, whatever it is that you want to do, just because somebody else don't do it, don't mean that you can't achieve in that area, baby.
man,
Do your thing, no matter what nobody say. It is you and God. You hear me? You and your
that part.
creator.
That
All
part.
right.
Okay, so hey
Yeah.
y'all, check it out. This is solid ground. You know what I'm saying? If you're just tuning in, we are here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Solid ground is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. And we're doing a 2024 recap today.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
So we
bloop.
just went over episodes.
Thank you,
Thank
divine.
you. We just went over episodes 1 through 3 of season
Yes.
one.
Yes, yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
This is season one, y'all.
Yeah, the season one.
Boom.
Season two
You
coming
did.
next year, right?
Ooh, and we got something in store. I got an
Ow.
outline. I got an outline, and I'm gonna put the outline out there for y'all just in case anyone wants to sign up. It's great for exposure. It's great to find amazing people that will support
Yeah.
your content as well.
Right.
This is
Right.
where you find people to support your content. This is the place to actually fave people and inbox them. Hit them on the IG. If you don't follow me on IG, please do because we post everything on IG.
Yeah.
It is in the bio. Also hit that subscription on YouTube. You
Yes.
can catch
Yes.
every episode. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Shout out to Ghetto Tech Support.
Get
You
a
know what I'm
tech
saying?
support in
For
the
my media man
building.
in the building, you feel me? And they're up every
Yeah.
the next day, Monday morning. They always is up. So if you miss one, you really didn't miss it. You can go catch it.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Something,
wonderful.
something, something inside of me is just it said, man, people like ghetto support, ghetto tech support, people like Nita holding down the comments,
Yes.
people like y'all have been a huge part in this
Yes.
solid ground production, man. This is what they mean by a solid team. It don't matter what y'all go through or what type of obstacles you face, you still show up, you still show up and show out, man. Shout out to y'all. Salute to y'all. Cause I see Nita here and all of your stuff rocking
Every
with
time.
you. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
time. Every
So
Sunday.
shout out to you, Nita. And also shout out to Goya, aka Ghetto Tech Support. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
it teamwork definitely is making the dream work. So yeah,
Yo.
shout out to that.
Shout out to that.
Okay.
So now let's talk about episode 4.
Oh my God.
Who we
Episode
got?
four
Who
was
we got?
okay. So episode four was cosplay and costume design.
Uh-huh.
Now this one hit different. It was just like, wait, I've seen some creative things on that episode. So in that episode, we had Miss Divine and Enchanted on that
Yes.
episode. Okay, so Miss Divine showed up and showed out, y'all. This lady, she had on she showed up and she showed out. Not only did she tell us about her passion for cosplay and the design, she showed us by appearing in a beautiful sunflower costume, y'all. I'm talking about from head to toe. Okay. One sec. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Do you think? I'm gonna pay attention.
Okay, so she had on this yellow sunflower costumes. I don't know if y'all was there, but she was really dope. She personally designed it, y'all,
Yeah.
from head to toe. I'm talking about with the flowers and everything, and it was so adorable. Okay. And then she done many. She dressed up as a Christmas tree,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, an Easter basket with metallic balloons and just a whole bunch of different stuff. And one of my favorite costumes that she created a tape, full duct tape costume, y'all. I'm talking about with full duct tape. Now,
All
I
duct
ain't
tape.
never been into the cosplay and the costumes, maybe like on special events, but like on this episode, they actually, when they passionate for it, baby, when somebody got a passion for something, baby, they go in. And she definitely went in.
It takes pure creativity for that.
Right. It was inspired by a woman king. It was given Black Panther.
Ha ha.
It
Yeah.
was definitely given. And
Yeah.
cosplay, she said, was a way that gave her to be like to have her creative space and to be
Right.
expressive. So, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like it looked like it played off.
Right. Right.
It
Right.
definitely looked like it played off.
Oh, listen, Miss Divine. is a wonderful, amazing soul, y'all. Let me
Yeah.
tell y'all, she has a featured show. I performed on her featured show maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Her featured show is called Divine Living,
Mm.
and her show is based off. I'm talking about some real deal life stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you it's divine living, it is
Mm.
divine living. And you
Yeah.
can catch divine living every single Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once again, top badge because she got a featured show.
Yeah.
So her featured show airs every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
Yeah.
if y'all ain't never caught it, check it out. I did an
Yeah.
episode this season where
Hi,
I Solid
Golden.
Ground invaded her show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
The
I
Vader is
went
crazy.
I showed up to her featured show
Yeah.
and I brought Solid Ground there and we talked about her passion there. It was epic.
Yeah.
Like it
That
was an
sounds
epic oh,
good.
it was epic. You know what I mean? It was called the Inside Out. It was an
Oh.
Inside Out series at that time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it was definitely dope. You know what I mean? And y'all tap in with Miss Divine. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Now, what's up with Enchanted though?
Yeah, Enchanted was next. Okay, first of all, Enchanted, she has a very unique look, like off top. Like, soon as you look at that woman, you could just tell there's something different about her. She got
Mhm.
like this
Very unique.
natural. She's like she's a natural creative person, from her hair to her glasses to the piercings.
Original.
Yeah, to the piercings on her face, and and her cosplay was inspired by her music.
She,
Okay, she talked
she's
about that.
performed.
Yeah,
Big Star Gang.
yeah,
She's
she's Star
performed. She
Gang.
is
Yeah,
Star
she's that,
Gang.
and she was
Yes.
able to express herself from the inside out using her look for cosplay and costume to overall her overall style. So this is
Yes.
not just something that she dresses up in. This is just her look, like as a whole. Okay.
It's like pop
Yeah.
gothy
Yeah.
mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Well,
just does what
she
she wanna do.
yeah, she definitely does. But she did say, you know, she loves coming up with her own type of styles and her
Mhm.
creative ideas, and she mastered her confidence in her cosplay type style from the challenges of what others may think, because others don't really just like, you know what I'm saying. You know how other people just always talk. So it's like those challenges she talked about overcoming that. So y'all definitely want to check out that episode. And she more so, if you don't like it, then you ain't got to be around, is her type of motto.
Hey,
Okay.
shout out to
Yeah.
Big Bro in the building. Shout out to my big
Hey.
homie, CD
Yeah.
Tates in the building.
Okay, that's CD Tate. Yeah, we ain't even got to his
Absolutely.
episode
And
yet.
when we get there, I would love for him to come up when we get to his episode.
Yeah, we
I
got
would
yours
love
right
for him
now.
to
Yeah,
come
his
up.
is last. Say the best for last. Okay,
Hey,
so and her next Enchanted talked about her next look that she wanted to do,
yeah.
and her next big look is mastering her gothic rock star type of vibe.
See,
So that's yeah,
she watched the episodes.
yes,
I was doing other
yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? I was,
I watched all of
and
them,
she watched
y'all.
every episode, y'all. No
Yes,
cap.
I watched all of them and took my notes, because I'm just like, man, I done seen them before, when they pop out. But most of the time, I'm literally here. So going
Yeah,
back to go, and because I'm always here with the, what I'm saying, y'all, I'm either in the background or I'm either on here.
yeah.
So, I'm always here. But to go back and look at them, man, this show is amazing with the jewels and stuff that was bringing. So, speaking of that, we're going to get into episode 5, season 1. Okay.
Hey.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was crying laughing watching this. Not only
This,
was I crying laughing
hey,
watching this,
this
the first
episode,
time, the second time was even funnier, y'all.
hey, this episode was to tell you everything. The
This one
name of
is
this
called
episode was "You
You
So
So
Funny."
Okay, I put You So
Oh,
Comedy.
it was "You So Comedy." You right,
Yeah,
you right.
yeah,
My
yeah,
bad, my
yeah.
bad.
That was You So Comedy.
What would I be without you? You know what I'm saying?
And that's someone, speaking of Diamond Supply, I know you mentioned him earlier. That
Yes,
was his
yes.
birthday on that episode, and he
And he
came in on
performed.
halftime for a performance. Yes.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
shout out to Diamond Supply.
Yeah.
He also has a feature show too.
He definitely does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yes, yes,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? It's called Legendary. And y'all make sure y'all tap into that. It's every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bling
You know what I'm
bling.
saying? It's a place that if you wanna showcase you know what I mean, your brand, who you are, what you stand for, make sure you tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in with him because
Yes.
he has an amazing platform. I
Yep.
performed on the episode right before he got featured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was called Beyond the Badge back then.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
called Beyond the Badge.
Hey,
And I
bros.
performed there. You know, at that time I was running around, you know, performing on different, you know, platforms all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I rap, you know what I mean? And hey, shout out. And so yeah, tap in with him. You know what I mean? And if you
Mm-hmm.
just tuning in, y'all, this is Solid Ground. You know what I mean? We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m.
Amen.
Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? Solid Ground is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive.
Yeah.
And right now, today, we are doing a 2024 recap. You know what I'm
Recap.
saying? Because guess what? The year is over, y'all. It is
What a
over.
year. What a year, y'all. What a
2024 has
year.
been amazing to us.
Yeah.
You feel me? But even more, the Lord has been amazing to us.
Amen.
So make
Amen.
sure we keep that cracking because if it wasn't for Jesus, we would be nowhere. But we on solid ground. We got feet on solid ground because of the Lord.
Mm, mm,
So
mm,
shout
mm,
out
mm,
to the Lord one
mm.
time for
Mm, mm, mm,
2024.
mm, mm.
Ah, let's go.
Appreciate the favor, Lynn. All right, we're gonna keep it moving on because we got 21 minutes to the feature. What up, Slim? All right. So on the You So Funny, I mean You So Comedy. Look, I'm saying what you said.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
that performance, but we had Casper and the famous celebrity of Florida's finest. Okay.
Florida's finest. That's my partner
Yeah.
right
Now
there.
she was naturally
Man, if y'all
funny.
don't know who she is, y'all need to
Florida
listen.
made, Florida grown, baby. She
Listen,
would tell
tap
you.
in with Florida's finest,
Do she
y'all.
still stream?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She has some shows. Go ahead, tell them I'm gonna pull up
Okay, yeah, you
her
find that.
shows
Like
right
she
now.
said that she always been goofy and she never knew that she was funny, but it came naturally. And you can kind of see if you know who Florida Finest is, you can kind of see that she got that natural look. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural funny to her. And her mother and her best friend told her that she had a calling before they passed away. Rest in peace um, to them. And and she took it from there and she started digging into it. It became a passion for her. So she got a phone call from Duval one day, and it just opened up so many doors for her comedy career.
Mhm.
And she even landed an interview with Ricky Smiley, and you know what I mean. And they just, so she wind up getting in there where she can get in there. Okay. So and then she go back home, right? Now this is why I love this show because they keep it authentic and transparent, right? She said she go back home with this, you know what I'm saying? She getting these calls from Duval, interview with Ricky Smiley,
Facts.
boom, boom, boom. She go back home and it really wasn't no support like that. The support came from people that she didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? The people that wasn't even in her family. But she go back home to her family and the support wasn't really there. So she talked about those struggles. If y'all want to find out more details and hear her uplifting story, y'all definitely gotta follow Solid Ground
And
on YouTube and go and check her out.
now let me go ahead and plug her real quick.
She also opened up for Kevin Hart.
She did
Okay.
open up
She
for Kevin
also
Hart.
yeah.
She's famous, to be honest, and she's very
Yeah.
humble though.
She is
She
extremely
is super
humble.
humble, but
Yes.
she is on tag. And you can catch
Look at
her.
Diamond
Diamond, what up, bro?
Supply. We just
You know
talked
what I'm
about
saying? We
you.
just
Ding
plugged you in and some more
ding.
stuff. Hey, so look, check it out, right? Florida's finest. She has Laughs from the Throne every Sunday night at
Okay.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ding ding ding.
So that's tonight, y'all.
That's a night.
That's tonight. You feel me?
Ooh, we gotta go
So
check it
at
out.
9 p.m. Eastern
Ooh.
Standard Time, she will be live. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she's really
Oh, you in
funny.
there tonight? Look, Diamond Supply said he in
I'm
there
gonna be there
tonight.
tonight. We gotta pull up.
We
We
gonna
gotta
pull
pull
up from the
up.
background because we got
Yeah.
Sunday service tonight as well.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah,
know what
we
I'm
do.
saying? Yeah, yeah,
Somebody
yeah. So we
record
can
it
double
for us.
stream. We can double no, just go in there and record it from your phone.
Baby, I'm gonna be into the word. I ain't gonna lie to
Oh yeah, yeah, you right, you
you.
right, you right. We be in that word. I be in the book
Like
like
a
a worm.
worm.
Hey, what's the
Okay,
word?
yeah. So she has that, you know what I'm saying? She opened up against her, she did her thing. And then
Yep.
the next guest we had on it was Casper. All right. So
Uh-huh.
Casper, this dude pulled up with the braided wig
He
and
had
took
the
me
whole.
out,
He
baby.
was whole wigglation.
Wiggulations
He
is
was wigglation.
Wiggalacious is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that one right there was
Sold
insane.
out for Yahweh.
Yeah, and
Yahweh.
he talked about, you know what I'm
Paul,
saying?
Paul, what up, boy?
Hey Papa. So yeah, he talked about, you know what I'm saying, who his inspiration was because you know it was
Yo,
Uso comedy episode. So he talking
yo,
about Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying, one of his favorite comedians and inspired by, you know, Richard Pryor, Kevin Hart. And he talked about the ends of that, you know, and he said what stood out to me was through the laughter and jokes was a way for him to hide his pain. And he encourages others, if you have a friend that's always joking and laughing, to
yo.
check on them because that's a way to hide your true pain. And I wrote that because that stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they'll laugh. Them people that you see that's always laughing and they always making jokes, them is the ones that you really need to check on, y'all.
He
And we are
did.
advocate for
Yeah,
that. So
you're
yeah,
right.
so we want to shout out to Casper for bringing that to
Yeah,
light, you know what I
I
mean?
believe it's top badge Casper.
Top badge Casper, excuse me.
I got a feature show, baby. I'm a
Yeah,
top badge.
yeah, straight like that. You know what
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Straight up.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what
so
I mean?
that was episode 5. So please, y'all, if y'all know any people that always cracking jokes, always smiling, them type
Check
of
on them folks,
those are the
man.
people that hide the laughter behind and the smiles and stuff behind that pain. And so yeah, so you want to check on them. And shout out to Casper for bringing
Shout
that
out
to
to
light.
Casper. Hey,
Yeah,
once again,
makes sense
make
though.
sure y'all fave Diamond Supply right there in the
Yes,
comments.
yes, she
Diamond Supply
does.
has legendary every single Saturday at
Yes.
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a brand legacy made,
hmm
man, what was it before? Was which one was it before?
But you know, his feature show that he came and he talked about how legs, he helped sell legs books.
Beyond the Badge. Okay, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it sell legs books, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That's what they do. They promote. He has a platform to where he helped others promote the things they merch.
Yes.
Speaking of merch, we ain't gonna talk
Shout
about it,
out to the,
you
you know what I mean? Shout out to the Solid
know what
Ground
I'm saying?
brand. You
Hey
understand
Sheeta, we love you.
me?
Yes, 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 y'all know we have service in about 15, 20 minutes, y'all. We got
Yes,
Sunday night
yes.
service.
Sunday
If
night
y'all need a
service
little
after
bit of
this, y'all.
uplifting,
Now,
y'all.
hey, if y'all just tapping in with us, check it out. This is Solid Ground. We here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern
Yes.
Standard Time. Solid Ground is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive.
Yeah,
Now, we
yeah.
got to run through these things,
Yeah,
love.
we do.
We
Okay,
got
so the
to
next
run through
one.
them.
All right, so boom. The next one we have is episode 6, and that was about writing and literature vibes. We had writing and literature. We had vibes, we had kind hearted, and we had ivoire.
Ivoire.
Okay, so I learned on that episode because I don't know where I was going. I probably
This
was
this
cooking.
was a real episode, though.
That was a real
I
one,
ain't gonna
y'all.
lie. They all real, but
Yeah.
this episode, like it was, we had the honor family in the building, and we had stars in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Man, kind hearted babe was on this episode as well.
Yeah, kind-hearted, you know, kind-hearted pulled up. We also had Maris Paris. She performed the gospel song
You
on that
right,
song.
Maris
Yeah.
Paris definitely
Maris
did.
Paris
All the way
performed.
from Africa though.
And so the interesting thing with me on this episode, y'all gotta go check it out because we gotta push through now. Vibes and Ivoire, they actually know each other in real life through film school, through screenwriting, and that's what started their passion of. Man, they have a beautiful episode on Solid Ground that talks about the history of the meeting, how they started, the come up. Man, there's so many
How they
jewels
lost contact and ran into each other on
on
tag.
tag. Yes. Oh, he did say he was like, "Well, my
He
friend
went to
said
be okay.
he was." Look, he said my friend said go to be okay, and I downloaded the app. Worst mistake ever. I said, "Oh no, he didn't say that." So you
Yes.
know what I'm saying. So their story was amazing. I never knew that they
Amazing.
even knew each other in real life, and they got so many jewels. And shout out to Vibes because he have a book that say it's okay to be human,
It's
man.
okay to be
That is
human.
so funny because I always be like, I have to remind
We're
myself
human.
I'm human. You
We're
know what I'm saying? Like, hold
mankind.
on, I'm
And you
human.
know what? Hey, look,
Yeah.
shout out to Vibes, right?
Yes.
Top Badge
Yeah,
Vibes.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Top Badge Vibes has a featured show called Love and Order every single Sunday
Mm,
at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
that
Now,
is
y'all make
good.
sure y'all tap in because
Now
when I
they
tell
funny.
you it's funny,
Man.
man, listen here.
You do not want to miss that show,
But y'all
y'all.
understand how
That
many
had me
epic
stuck.
shows we have on Sunday?
Yeah, it's a lot of epic shows on Sunday though, man.
Featured shows on this app that actually
Yeah.
come with some real. Shin is a big part of. Shout
Yeah.
out to Shin in the
Yeah,
building
he
because Shin is a
is.
big part of Love and Order,
I
and
mind
they
because I was
always
so thinking
coming for
that.
my boy. I feel like he loses every time, but he wins at the same time. Nikki always trying to lock him up.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm
goodness.
saying? Nikki, the bailiff, always trying to lock him up. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
most definitely a place to be. And them dudes is some solid dudes, man.
Yeah,
Shout
they
out to
are.
Ivoire.
They
Shout out to
are.
Shin. And shout out to Vibes, man. Vibes been solid
Yes.
since day one. And
Yeah.
I love them and respect them, brothers, for real.
Yeah, so Vibes and Ebar was on there. And we also had Kind Hearted. I learned a lot about Kind Hearted. Kind Hearted talked about how she grew up in a foster home. And then the foster her foster parent and her therapist was like, write your feelings down. You know what I'm saying? It pushed her to start writing, and that's where she fell in love with writing. If y'all want to go and check out more details on that episode, the episode is now airing
And
on Solid Ground. So
what's
definitely pull up to
crazy?
that.
That for her to live what she's
She
lived,
went through, man,
she's
these
a
people,
wonderful, beautiful soul though.
yeah, you can
Like
tell
you
the
can't
glow. You can
help
see the glow.
but be like inspired by
Her
her.
name is Kind Hearted. Where what she say? We're
She
kind
definitely,
hearted.
yeah, she definitely rides
Come to
that.
kind Careland.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If ain't nobody gonna be kind to you, you can find
She got a
kindness
lot of
here.
content going on. I
Yeah.
was trying to tap in to figure out exactly what she had going on freshly.
Mhm.
But folks be busy during this time. You know what I'm saying? But we
Yeah, we
definitely gonna get
yeah.
her back on the show this new season coming up. So y'all stay
Definitely, because
tuned for
she's a
real.
reoccurring you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She's a reoccurring artist that pulls up on
Ivoire
us.
has a book too, doesn't he? Of
Uh
positive affirmations, I believe.
Yeah, he definitely does positive
Yeah.
affirmation. I don't know the name of the book, but I do know the name of Vibes' book is "It's Okay to Be
It's
Human."
okay to be human. So
Yeah,
y'all
and then
look out
speaking
for
of
that.
Vibes, I need to check in. I need to let him know because I was trying to figure out where can I purchase it.
He probably, he is in a different time
Yeah,
zone.
he in a different time
He's in another
zone.
side of the world, so
Yeah,
it's probably
yeah.
morning or midday,
Well,
or
we
I
got
don't know
nine
what it is
minutes.
where he at.
We got nine
All right,
minutes,
let's
y'all.
go. Let's go. Matter of fact, with these last 9 minutes, um, my brother CD Tates, if you still here, would you like to come up so we can reflect on that episode you was here?
I'm gonna just skip to him.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna, I'm gonna just skip to CD
yeah.
tapes because that
Come on
one.
up, man.
Yeah, I think I said his when we was asking in the interview on one of the seasons. We was asking, we was like, "What's your favorite episode?" And I said CD
Yeah,
tapes
you
because
did.
you
You
gave
did.
so many jewels
You did.
about that from starting in the Boy Scouts. Shout out to man, say.
Big bro, what's up, big homie? Hey, go ahead and let the people know who you is, and let's get into it because your episode was epic.
Cool.
Yes.
Simply said, I am CD Tates. I do a morning coffee, no sugar, no cream on Mondays. That's at 10 a.m. If you catch me on Thursdays, I do Tip the Artist, which is not about gifting me. It's simply about giving notability to the artist and gifting them. Don't give me, gift the artist. With that being said, that happens on Thursdays. That goes down at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And on Fridays, I just do a really open stream, which turned out to be very inspirational. I thought we had prayer service on Friday. It was a whole church service. But that goes down.
Amen.
Yeah, it goes down at 9:30 every Friday morning, Eastern time again. And that's pretty much it. What am I here for? Inspiration, motivation. I I feel like sometimes that we're taught so much into the word of God and who we can be, but we're not built up on the inside. And that's one of the things when you think about the name right there, solid ground, that's more important than anything. Don't build me up as a shell, you understand? Build me up as a person that can truly have a relationship with God.
Amen. Now I want to jump
Amen.
into because I watched your episode. It was amazing, by the way. And the episode that I'm talking about, y'all, is giving back with CD Taste. Okay. He was featured on that episode and he talked about how it started early, pretty early in the Boy Scouts, teaching him to help without expectations of getting something back, and it also started in church as well. And he said that he doesn't mind giving, and is not he's not worried about what other people do, because the Bible says, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not on their own understanding, but to acknowledge Him in all thy ways." And he live on that word, even when it starts to give into others. Okay, so that episode is a must watch, y'all. It was so many
Yo,
jewels given on episode 12 on Solid Ground, man. I just want
man,
to salute to you.
it's
I'm definitely,
brother. I appreciate
yeah,
you because that episode, I walked away with a serious peace of mind.
man,
You know, I
that was
walked
amazing.
away really touched to the core.
Yes,
And there hasn't been many episodes where I'm touched
no, that was the only one.
completely to the core because the things that you were saying were I was receiving them as revelation.
Yeah,
So that part right there was
yeah,
very important to me. You know what I mean?
jewels, y'all.
So I highly appreciate you for that, brother.
Yes,
I really do.
yeah,
I appreciate it, man.
that was amazing.
I appreciate being able to say I am. And sometimes people don't understand that. And I may pause when I
Mm.
say it sometimes. And it's just that important. I identifying the singularity of me. But when I say am, I'm talking to the fact that I exist. And what I realized, especially in 2024, is that I have nothing.
Mm.
Everything belongs to God. It's on loan from me.
Mm.
Everything in my life is on loan. And I feel like if I don't give that appreciation along the way, I stand the chance of like a parent to a child. When you get carried away with that phone, I can take that phone away from you.
You
So
ain't lying about that.
all that I'm saying is that I appreciate everything, even the tests, the journeys, the trials, the tribulations. Even if I don't like them, I was I was sharing with somebody, and I've been sharing this month, and I was thinking in prayer. Like sometimes you be about to say, like, God, give me the patience of Job, or God, give me the patience of Joseph, and then I thought for a minute. I said, hold on, God.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on.
Holy,
I
holy,
was
holy,
thinking
holy,
it, but
holy.
I was thinking it, but I didn't pray it. And I had to
Yeah.
simply say, you know what, God, give me the patience to endure what it is that you want me to be able to do. I don't want the patience of Job because I cannot understand what Job had to go through. I can read about it
Right.
now. Listen, haven't been
Right.
there. What Joseph went through when his family betrayed
Mm.
him. Come on, to only become
Come
the
on now.
most
Threw him in the pit
powerful
and sold
ruler,
him.
to become the most powerful ruler, the man in the land. Do I want them type? No, I want God. I just simply look, humble me. Let me have a little
Yeah.
humility here and say,
Yes.
God, listen, I'm not looking at what anybody else is doing. Whatever
Yeah.
you have for me, just right there. That's what you give me. I'm not greedy.
Yeah.
I'm
It's so.
appreciative.
It
It is
is so.
so.
It is so.
Yes.
And that's
I
that's
love that. Y'all see why we love this
this is
man.
this what I'm saying. Like it's every listen, it ain't you know how some folks um waste words.
Yeah.
Some folks speak about stuff that doesn't matter to anything.
Blah
It's a
blah.
waste of words.
Blah blah.
I've never encountered my brother here and there was a waste of word coming out this man's mouth. And
Never.
and that is the most beautiful thing because I strive to get to that point. You know what I mean?
I,
That is one of the things that I want to accomplish myself through the Lord is to not spend time on frivolous conversation.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
100.
appreciate that about you, big bro. For real.
100, man.
Yes, we
That's a
see the God in you.
that's a prayer. That's a practice.
It's
What you
definitely
just
a
said. No,
practice.
when I say it, listen, I mean that wholeheartedly. That
Yes.
is a prayer and that is a thought that resonates in my mind that I do not become a waster of words. Don't get me wrong. I
Mm.
will joke
That's
and
with
play with
purpose.
people, but not into the point that you carry it too far. You know,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
it is, but it was relevant. It was important to me, years on. And that was one of the things that I wanted, to be relevant in a sense is that I am not a waster of words. That, you
Yes.
know, not talking just to be heard, but talking, you understand, from wisdom, talking from life,
Yeah.
talking from the word of God, talking from experience, that
Yeah.
I can say something that can help somebody else along the way. Because sometimes I be thinking, man, I wish somebody had said some of these things to help
Facts.
me along the way, to
That's right.
me, to me. You understand? It's one thing when it's a message that goes for everyone, but sometimes we need a personal message from God. You understand? We need a
We understand.
personal connection, relationship. Can somebody pick up the line on, look, the landline? I'm calling. Can you
Bing,
hear me? I need to hear
bing.
from you. I need to hear
Yo,
from you. I don't need to hear from him right now. I don't need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hear from
yeah.
yeah,
her.
Yeah.
I need to hear from you. And on that last minute right there, I'm gonna be quiet.
Ooh.
brother, brother, listen here, man. Rain. That's Rain's wife.
Yo.
Okay, okay,
Oh, that's
okay, okay.
Rainmaker's wife.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
Rainmaker's wife.
we talked about
Man,
y'all
salute,
episode, man.
salute.
If y'all missed it, we definitely did a recap on everybody that came through, man. Y'all
Yes.
definitely need to go and check out YouTube. Solid Ground. It is in the bio. It is the link in the bio. If y'all missed this episode and y'all want to hear the critics and the critics on how we viewed each episode, y'all could definitely go back and check that out, man. It was an
Amen.
amazing year, man. Shout out to
Shout out
everybody,
to
all the
everybody.
streamers, all the believers, all shout out to everybody who has anything and everything to do with Solid Ground on your own life and part of this production, man. We salute y'all.
We appreciate y'all
Yes.
for real, y'all.
Yeah.
This was an amazing year,
Yes.
2024. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. When I tell you this year was so just full of harvest, full of
Man.
growth. And I'm excited because 2025,
Harvesting
y'all
seeds
stay tuned
everywhere.
because now we got this thing going in the groove and Solid Ground ain't going nowhere.
Bing, bing. You see?
Set your alarms every Sunday,
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, my brother, go ahead and plug yourself one more
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah.
man, so they can
One
get
more
it
time,
right.
CD Tates. Like I said, literally everything I'm going to tell you is in my bio. We said that reading is fundamental. Don't get away from it. Don't get so caught up with the internet and the digital age that you need not talk to text, but text to talk for yourself. Uh, Read. It's in there. It's simple. It only takes a few minutes, and if something is valuable to you, it's okay to set aside a few minutes just to read that. Not even a minute or two, but let me say this. I want to concur that 2024 has been unbelievable. I was able to do the 12 days of Christmas where I streamed 12 days straight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when I tell you, it was more than amazing because the blessings that came into that, man, it's like it has grown every year. And it was so much on the table that I left some crumbs on the table, and I'm not a person to
Oh,
leave crumbs.
not the crumbs.
Yeah, there was some crumbs on the
Bing, bing,
table.
bing.
All I can say is 2025
Gorgeousness.
is looking up in so many ways. It's ridiculous that I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by what God can do um, over with a seed. Sometimes it's just
Yeah.
a seed, something to start, and you never know what God is going to do and how big it's going to get. All I want to say is we were able to go out, and I know it was over 3,000. It might have been closer to somewhere between maybe $5,000, $6,000 or more that we were able to go back and give partially into the community and back to those people on tag. And it wasn't about it wasn't about what you did. During the 12 days of Christmas, I was able to give back based on what I just told people. Listen, anything you give during these 12 days, I'm putting it on the wheel for you to get back. If you win,
Yeah.
that's in the hands of God. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
you was on the Give Back episode, so that may
Yeah, it all makes sense. It's like, you know what I'm
it
saying?
may make a lot of sense.
I
Yes.
just listen. I get overwhelmed sometimes with the feeling
Yeah.
of being blessed.
Yeah.
And I don't know at what point in your life I would like to think that everyone gets to feel a certain way. Um, I love the fact that you two each other. That's an amazing thing because there's nothing like doing something on your own, but there's nothing like somebody right there doing it with you.
Bing, bing, bing.
It's like traveling. You may be able to go and travel by yourself, and that's cool. You get to enjoy it, but to get to imagine that you can reciprocate the enjoyment of doing something with someone that's,
Yeah.
you
Co-pilot.
giving it to them and they giving it to you. And it's like, this is wonderful and this is amazing.
Yeah.
All I can say is, but God. That's it. Read,
God.
if you want to know what I'm doing and where I'm doing it, check out my profile. And I'm just going to leave it,
Yeah.
but God. Because if it had not have been, but
Mm.
God, that's
Mm.
I have nothing else. 2025 is about to take off. And
Yeah.
uh, for those that are free or available, check out the show. We're going into New Year reflections, starting
Yeah.
off on tomorrow. That's really what it's about. And I have a series that lines us all the way into March. So if you got time, yeah, we're planned all the way into the March this year. We're gonna start the year off
Yeah.
right,
Get
and that's what it
it.
is. So let me say something. Once again, thank you, Bo. You two are amazing to me. It was we had an elephant over here, and then we brought the that made the elephant become adorned and dressed up. Solid ground. I respect, man, what you do. I appreciate having come into your stream when I did, to hear you, man, and hear what you stood on, and you've been true to that. And no matter what a person's walk of life is, I even reflect on my own, and all I can do is simply, again, just be amazed by God and what He's doing and what He's about to do. Continue to let your heart be there. Continue to let your spirit be there. But I'm going to tell you something different going into 2025, if nobody else has already told you or you haven't heard it before. In 2025, I would appreciate if the two of you could know what God is going to do. Listen to what I'm saying. It's one thing to believe, you understand. It's one thing to read your word and in a sense have an expectation. But I want to, in a sense, eliminate your expectation. I would like to remove some of your belief and put it into knowing what
That's
God
right.
is going to do. It's a matter of walking differently in your faith, because knowing and believing are not the same. That's what
Ooh,
people need to understand. Knowing and believing are not the same. And I know what
God.
the Bible says about faith, you understand? I know what it says about trust, but I want you to know what God is going to do, because the one thing
Amen.
I know for sure, it is in His immutability that God cannot lie. All right, I'm gonna get out your camera,
He
man.
can't, baby. It's truth all day
Hey,
around here.
hey,
Yeah.
love you, big homie. Love you, for real, for real. Hey,
Shout
y'all
out.
see, y'all see there. I'm so glad Big Bro pulled up because
Yes.
I knew and you know what?
Man,
I knew he would come.
he was the one that came out of.
I knew he would come though. I
Yes.
had that feeling. I knew he would come.
Because that was my favorite episode.
Man, I knew. Listen, I didn't even speak it, but I knew CD Taste
Definitely
would
save
come.
that man,
You know what
Angel.
I'm
He is
saying?
part of the circle.
Now, hey, y'all, we appreciate everybody pulling up. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? The featured show is coming to an end, but this stream is not. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
y'all, I appreciate y'all being here, but y'all stay here because we got a sermon to deliver tonight.
Yes,
And I
yes,
will be
yes.
delivering a sermon along with my queen right next to me. So y'all stay tuned because we're gonna get into some praise and worship music. But right now, Solid Ground is out of here for 2024.
Woo,
Stay tuned for 2025. We on the go. Ain't no one tearing us down on solid ground, solid ground. We on solid ground, solid ground.
Shout out to Shine Bright.
Solid ground, solid
That's it.
ground. On solid ground.